Hi, everybody. This is Gaynor Meilke, and this is Tea with Miss G, where we're spilling the tea, which is trauma, empowerment, and action, and serving up wisdom and hopefully some serenity as well. So today we are talking about leveraging letting go and loss in our conscious success plan in the area of family. So the conscious success plan is the framework that I developed to help you build a bridge to better and a bridge to better in your life, which encompasses the four areas of love, identity, family, and enterprise. So we're going to focus on family today. And as a conscious parenting coach and conscious life coach, I just got certified in that with Dr. Shefali. So I'm super excited, really life-changing work. And I think on a family level, it could also be life-changing for you. So if you are curious about that, you can read or take a look at Dr. Shefali's Conscious Parenting books or her YouTube, and then you can always circle back to planctraining.com if you'd like to chat with me about an issue that you're having within your family, and I can certainly help you deconstruct the patterns that might be playing that forward. But today we're talking about leveraging uh, loss and really thinking about how letting go of things can actually move you forward. And one of the things that comes up again and again, and I think it's really been pervasive on social media now, is the uh, idea of narcissism and people who are toxic in families, and there's cutting people out of families and those sorts of things. And I was just listening to Dr. Ramani talk about uh, narcissists within families or growing up with narcissistic parents. And says that oftentimes people who do that feel that that they need to be isolated from the other family members because if they're the scapegoat or not being seen in the family because of this narcissistic pattern that can develop and usually does develop, sometimes estranging themselves can be the best way to handle it. So that, again, that's a very personal decision, and you have to know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate. So when does letting go make sense? That's something to consider. If you keep running into issues on with adults, I mean, obviously with children, we need to help them. And that's one of the aims of conscious parenting is to identify how you can deconstruct your own patterns and not project them onto your kids and help your kids let go of some dysfunctional behaviors or you let go of some dysfunctional behaviors. So that's definitely the focus there. It's on, maybe the larger family system and larger family dynamics. And I actually came up the other day with red flags, and it's an acronym to kind of rate how you feel about different relationships or identify red flags for, what kind of boundary do you need with people in general? And this applies to all areas of life, so love, identity, family, and enterprise. But I'm going to use it today with the family area because, depending on how large your family is, there might be instances where you do need to identify that there's some red flags for unhealthy relationships. So the R is for uh, rudeness, and nobody wants to tolerate rudeness um, at all. But there comes a time where after you've identified and asked for the person to cease and desist and they continue to do it, you've got to think that maybe letting go of this person or um, mm, letting go of them or losing their presence on a regular basis could be helpful and more healthy for you. So the E is for entitlement. So if somebody doesn't respect boundaries and feels that they're entitled to more than they should just because, that can be another red flag that you might want to raise and look at whether you want to let go of the relationship. Disrespect for the D goes without saying. If somebody's not respectful, then they really should not um, be present, especially with children. If you find that there's boundaries being crossed, um, any kind of physical, psychological, emotional boundaries, we need to nip that in the bud. And then for the F, I put flippant. If somebody just doesn't take your concerns seriously or tries to silence you, if that's something that is definitely a red flag in a relationship at any level in the family. Somebody's lazy. Now, when I say this, I don't mean like they're sitting on the couch on a Sunday afternoon, but more they're not putting any effort into the relationship and it's all one-sided, then that's definitely something that you want to also nip in the bud as well and think about, do you need to uh, gain some leverage in your own life by letting them go against that. Aggressive is the A, and then greedy. Are they trying to take advantage of you? That could also be gaslighting. So that's the red flag acronym. And I think it applies to family, it applies to all areas of life. Um, but something to think about and maybe write that one down. I'll put a description on our blog, and then you can use it as a uh, kind of reminder when you're thinking about, should I let somebody go and leverage their absence to help me move forward and my family grow stronger.